You want to know what happened to King Tom? Let me tell you what happened.
Hello, Tom. I know about your success, about your YouTube channel. I am sure that you are going to be expanding and growing more and more. Saludos, Tomás.
So in the kingdom of Tom, life is good. The citizens are happy, and the quality of living is good. The farmer that removed the rock to the side of the road, and he was a good prime minister, and the kingdom was great. And of course, all the fucktard ministers that used to, work in Tom's court, they're all like dead, right? Because their heads got cut off. So Tom was, getting old. King Tom is getting old. And, in his 50s, he decided that, the kingdom was getting a little bit boring, right? The kingdom was well run. People are living very well, and there's really no more challenges for King Tom, right? He had to put rocks in the middle of the road to create challenges, right? So he's really running out of challenges. So what can King Tom do? King Tom has always wanted to sail the seas because King Tom, actually, it's called the Kingdom of Canada. And the Kingdom of Canada is actually next to a giant big ocean, right? So King Tom, the ruler of Kingdom of Canada, always wanted to travel the seas, explore new cultures, find new societies, and, conquer new world, right? So every day, King Tom looks out from his castle, and King Tom's like, man, I wish I had a boat, and I could just travel the seas and meet new civilizations and, make a difference in the world. So eventually, when Tom reached his 50s, he decided to do exactly that. So he commissioned the best craftsmen in his kingdom to build a giant ship, a giant sailing ship. And he hired a lot of people, like a team of people to sail with him, to travel to new civilizations, to travel to new kingdoms and find new challenges, and to conquer new worlds, to build a greater empire, right? So the boat took a couple of years to complete because it's a pretty big boat. And then, everybody got on the board and they sailed out. So King Tom became Captain Tom, right? So now he's Captain Tom. So King Tom sailed out into the ocean looking for new civilizations. They met a lot of new civilizations and they started to build their new empire. Every time King Tom go into a new kingdom, when they go into port, King Tom would tell his crew, the people on the ship, now's your time. You can make a choice. Do you want to stay with me and conquer the world and find new civilizations and build a great empire? Or, if you want, you can go into this kingdom, go into a village, find a girl or boy and get pregnant and, settle down. It's your choice, right? And some people do that. Some people, they land into a kingdom, they find a village, they find a girl, they get the girl pregnant, they decide to stay in the village while Captain Tom sails away into the ocean, finding another kingdom to meet and conquer, right? And sometimes, there are really bad shipmates, right? So, for example, there are people on the ship that just don't really listen to King Tom and Captain Tom. And, so sometimes when that happens, we have to make them walk the plank, meaning that, we put a piece of wood out to the side of the boat and we make them walk and push them off, right? So, you have two ways to get off the boat. One is we land into a kingdom and you find a village, you find a girl, you get her pregnant, and then you stay there, right? That's a good way to, exit from your, career at sea. Or the other way is, if you're a complete fucktard, then we push you off the boat, right? Only two ways to get off Tom's boat. And as for Captain Tom or King Tom, well, he can never get off the boat because it's his boat. And he's gonna be on that boat. And he's gonna be on that conquest. He's gonna be on that mission forever. Until he dies, he's gonna die on that boat. He's never gonna leave that boat. So that is the life of King Tom. And those are the challenges King Tom or Captain Tom must face. And there are people that will join King Tom in his conquest for however long, nothing is forever. Some people come, join Tom's conquest, and then they find a village and say that they settle down, right? And some people are there for long durations, and some people need to be pushed off. Stay tuned. I will tell you more about King Tom's adventures or Captain Tom's adventures. Don't be a fucktard and take fucking action.